Tennessee Titans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is still elite, and it's clear on tape. I'll show you on today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome into another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, nearly 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic, host of the Locked On Titans podcast. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I'm a certified film junkie, breaking down the X's and O's with you guys all year long. Today, we're talking about DeAndre Hopkins, because if you cut on the tape, it's obvious that he is still elite. Excellent route runner, still has the speed that you need, and of course, great hands to win all over the field. We're going to dive into 7 touchdown catches from DeAndre Hopkins this year. A great year for the Titans, going over 1,000 yards. Before we get into it, I do want to thank you guys for all of your support for the channel. Make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed. I'm going to have year-round film content here on the Tic Tac Titans channel. Throw a thumbs up on the video as well. Show's always free. All I ask for in return is the press of a button. But with that being said, let's dive into the tape. Our first play from DeAndre Hopkins is going to showcase 3 things. Number 1, he's still an incredibly intelligent route runner. He still has the speed to beat defensive backs to a spot, and he still has incredible hands. And all 3 are on display. First, the Titans are going to motion DeAndre Hopkins over just to declare what kind of defense the Jags are in. They know that they're going to get their red zone man, so Jacksonville is going to have man coverage right here on Hopkins, man across the board as well on all these other receiving options, and then they're going to have 2 zone defenders just tasked with reading the quarterback's eyes over the middle of the field. So how the Titans are going to counter this is with a post route from DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to go right here, and he's going to go at the cornerback so that the cornerback doesn't know whether he's going to break outside, but he's ultimately going to break this inside on a quick post. And the way that Hopkins runs this route is absolutely beautiful, and he sets it up with varied tempo. So he doesn't just come out of his stance going full speed at first. He's going about 70% speed right now at the cornerback. And look, he's going straight at the cornerback. So again, you don't know, am I going to break this outside? Am I going to break it inside? And it allows Hopkins to maintain good leverage, because this cornerback has outside leverage right here because the zone defender is right here. So Hopkins knows that if he's going to be going on the in-breaking route, he just needs to make sure that he keeps this cornerback outside so that he can break inside of him. So he runs this route at perfect tempo, not going full speed, and right there, you see it right there, he realizes, okay, I'm to the spot, I'm going to break inside. And one thing you notice too is now the safety's vision is inside. So Hopkins knows, hey, the safety is not going to be looking at me. He doesn't know if I'm breaking inside or outside. So you have outside leverage, and I kept you there. So now I have the inside, and this safety's not going to see me. It's going to give Hopkins a free break to the end zone. So again, varying his route tempo and not going full speed at first sets up the route, allows Hopkins easy access to the inside, and now it's just speed. Now you got to get to this spot right here, and can Hopkins run full speed past? He's got this guy beat. He's on his back. Can he run past this defender right here to this spot and be open for Ryan Tannehill? And the answer is a resounding yes. And then Hopkins, great hands. Take the contact, make the catch, touchdown. It's just a great job. And look, you see the speed here. The safety is reading the throw. Hopkins gets past him, has the speed to get by, take the contact. And I like this angle right here because you can really see how Hopkins sets up the defender and how he uses that tempo and breaks inside. Look, he's staring at him. I mean, it could almost be a run at this point. The defender's not going to know. Boom. And then once he sees that, hey, it's time to break inside, great speed from DeAndre Hopkins to get to his spot. Another play here where DeAndre Hopkins is just winning with savvy. Look how he's just slowly jogging up the field. Hey, it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. And then watch the moment where DeAndre Hopkins says, okay, it's time to go. Boom. Flips his hips, gets to the outside, gives his quarterback an easy target and a touchdown. I mean, I just want to go back and look at this again here. Just watch him set it up. Boom, boom, boom. And then watch him flip to the outside. Because see, Cisco is looking inside at this point. So Hopkins is going to flip to the outside. Watch him flip his hips so quick. And for a guy his age, people act like the athleticism is diminished. I mean, looks pretty athletic to me. And then speed to win. Good catch, touchdown. I mean, this is just savvy. This is just boom. Watch him flip the hips right there. I mean, it's excellent stuff. I mean, it's just great route running. Still has the athleticism to win. Obviously, great hands. What a great throw by Will Levis as well. But, I mean, Hopkins is still elite. Again, another play where DeAndre Hopkins shows his incredible understanding of defensive coverages and his ability to run routes. An incredible double move here for a long touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are going to come out in a cover 2 zone, so you got a guy right here on deep half. You got a safety right here on deep half. They're going to run this with a hole defender, a deep hole defender here as the linebacker, but everybody else is in your standard cover 2 across the intermediate part of the field. What DeAndre Hopkins is going to do is he's going to get through this first level of defenders and attack this deep safety here, but he's going to pretend like he's sitting down on a route right in front of the safety, and they're going to combine that with a pump fake from Will Levis. But as soon as he fakes the sit-down route, he takes off down the field past this safety, and at the end of the day, a great concept from Tim Kelly, former Titans offensive coordinator, and a great route by DeAndre Hopkins to really fake that sit down. But again, the very tempo of the route is what stands out to me. How Hopkins isn't going full speed at first until he gets to the double move here, setting it up. Boom. Let's go back one quick second here. Just watch the quick tap of the feet. Boom. Right there. That's all it takes. The safety bites down. Now I know that I have you beat. Now I'm going to get to full speed. Sprint past you, tons of separation. Levis puts it right on him, walks in for an easy touchdown, his 3rd of the game against the Atlanta Falcons. A coming out party for not only Will Levis, but DeAndre Hopkins getting it rolling and having a superstar throwback performance. Again, a great job selling this route and then getting downfield with speed. It's just absolutely beautiful. You just have to watch it multiple times. I love the design of this play overall. I know I give a lot of credit to Tim Kelly on these good plays that the Titans run here in our last few breakdowns, but I just love the idea. You see a lot of pick concepts in the NFL, especially in the red zone, where you'll have this guy come in and basically pick this guy as the inside guy goes to the outside, or you'll see it the other way where you'll have a pick from this inside guy and it'll allow the outside guy to go this way, one another inside to the, like that. But what the Titans do is they basically turn those responsibilities on their head by faking that. So what Hopkins is going to do is Hopkins is going to go at this outside cornerback like he's going to screen him for Nick Westbrook-Ikhine to come inside. But what actually happens is Hopkins fakes this pick and then will cut back inside. So this defender is expecting to have to catch NWI inside, and that keeps him low. And this defender is thinking that you're switching it, and he's going to take Hopkins. And they just totally flip the responsibilities. This is just an excellent design by Tim Kelly, but it's run perfectly by DeAndre Hopkins as well. Look at him. Runs right inside, and again, the varying of tempos here. I'm not going full speed. I'm just going to go 70%, 60% here. Act like I'm blocking. NWI looks like he's coming inside. That's going to get this cornerback to bite in, and then Hopkins is just going to turn this into the inside. And a great throw here by Will Levis to get this home. Man, that's beautiful stuff right there. Great catch by Hopkins as well. Levis and Hopkins really had a great connection building at the end of the year. You want to see that continue for the Titans. The Titans are going to attack the Falcons' zone defense in this play. You basically have quarters coverage from the Falcons, where you have a safety in this quarter, safety in this corner, and then you have, of course, your outside cornerbacks taking their quarter, split the field 4 ways, you know what I mean? And then you're going to have intermediate zone defenders underneath, kind of a 3-4, but in the red zone, you could play it matchup. You'll see the safety bite down at one point. Basically, they're going to play quarters coverage, but as soon as the wide receivers declare what their routes are going to be, they're going to turn it into man coverage. It's a common coverage that you see around the NFL. But the Titans are going to run a levels concept to attack that. They're going to have a vertical clear out route here from Treylon Burks, which is what he does best. You're going to have NWI running the deep in route right here to try to push the second level defenders backwards. You're going to have Chigakonkwo come out here and kind of sit down over here, trying to hold some people over here. The Titans are putting Tyjae Spears in motion to come over this way, and that's to move these defenders even more this way to open up this area of the field, which is what they're trying to clear out. And what they're going to do is they're going to run DeAndre Hopkins on a short drag route right here to this spot. So the hope is that the intermediate route here from Nick Westbrook-Akine pulls these second level defenders back. This clear out route from Treylon Burks is going to clear out this safety and this cornerback, opening up a middle of the field for DeAndre Hopkins to have some space over here. And that is exactly what it does. So another good design by Tim Kelly. You got to give him credit here. And look, this linebacker has depth because he's worried about that. This linebacker is going with Tyjae Spears out here. You got the cornerback going with Treylon Burks. And again, now you basically have DeAndre Hopkins one-on-one against a linebacker going across the middle of the field. And Hopkins does a great job here of varying the tempo of his route. He's not going full speed until he catches it. Now he's in full speed mode. And it's very nice to watch DeAndre Hopkins be incredibly slippery here. And whoop, quick spin move. Get into the end zone. Hopkins isn't super explosive with all of his moves and juking and all of that. He's just super smooth, super slippery. Whoop, right past you, in for a touchdown. Very in his, look, right now he is not at full speed. He's just coming out at 60, 70%, getting into it. Now I'm open. Now I'm getting the ball. Great catch, too, because the ball is behind him on a throw behind Hopkins from Will Levis. But Hopkins is just a pro. He's still elite. He still has the speed, the route running, the hands, the after-the-catch ability. Titans are lucky to have him. So earlier, we were showing that, that fake pick route that DeAndre Hopkins and NWI executed, where Hopkins was on the inside and he faked like he was picking to the outside and then broke back inside against Indianapolis. We showed that. Well, now they're actually going to run this where NWI is basically going to go on a pick to the outside cornerback, and then Hopkins is going to come inside on a quick slant route trying to get open. But it's not open is the thing, and the Titans can't go to it as quick as they want. It's not there. Boom. The Dolphins do a good job of switching it. Levis is looking to the other side of the field. The Dolphins have everything covered up here. Now, Levis does a good job, and we looked at this during the Levis episode, but Levis does a good job here of keeping his wits about him, staying comfortable, staying confident in the pocket. But what I want you to do is watch DeAndre Hopkins, because Hopkins is going to pretend like he's going this way and then flip it back to the inside. Now, Levis is able to pull this defender up, and this defender is going to have eyes on Levis as well, and it gives Hopkins a little bit of help to pull off this move. But this is just backyard football. This is playing in the park. This is playing with your friends at recess. Hey, the quarterback's scrambling around. I got to get open. I got to do something. Look, Hopkins fakes it. He's faking the outside, and then back inside. Levis makes a good athletic play, gets the ball to him. I mean, just savvy veteran stuff here. You can see it real well right here on the right-hand side. Hopkins looks out. Oh, going that way. Nope. Breaking back inside. That's all it takes. Touchdown, Titans. All right, our final play here. We looked at this touchdown as the first play of the Will Levis breakdown a couple of weeks ago, but the Titans are going to bring Treylon Burks in motion here, and just a basic play action concept that the Titans have been running for a long time. You're going to have Tyjae Spears outside zone. You're going to have Will Levis on a play action fake to him. You're going to have a 9 route down the sideline from DeAndre Hopkins. One-on-one. You're going to have Treylon Burks coming on the crosser across the middle of the field. The Falcons in this coverage, I do believe they're in quarters coverage here, or at least on this side of the field there in quarters. And like I talked about earlier, we see a lot of match quarters in the NFL. I'm going to be talking about that a ton throughout the season during the life of this channel, where basically after the wide receivers declare their routes, instead of being in a zone coverage, they just turn it into man coverage in the middle of the play. And that's what happens when this safety comes down to take man coverage on the crosser. You got the cornerback with man coverage on the 9 route, and Hopkins is just able to win. And it's a little physical at the point of contact here down the sideline. But I think that, look, if you look, the cornerback gets hands on Hopkins. They start hand fighting. The cornerback tries to flop, in my opinion, and spin in a circle, and it leaves Hopkins wide open. But this just shows Hopkins can still win exactly how he's always won. He can win with physicality down the sideline. He has the speed to get past cornerbacks. And, of course, when the ball is in the air, there aren't very many people better in the NFL. So, really great stuff from DeAndre Hopkins. All 7 of his receiving touchdowns on the year. I think him coming back to Tennessee, working with Will Levis, going to be huge. All right, guys, that is going to do it for my DeAndre Hopkins film breakdown. All 7 of his receiving touchdowns on the year. It is clear he's still a great, intelligent route runner, has the speed to win, and has just as good a hands as he always has. He's going to be huge for Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans offense going forward now that he will be back in 2024. Guaranteed. Love to hear that. Again, make sure that you guys like the video. It definitely helps the channel out a ton. Get subscribed. I'm going to have a ton of film content for you going into free agency, going into the draft, and, of course, going into the season next year. I expect to have videos every single day as we dive into the football year. So a lot coming up here on the Tic Tac Titans channel. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Tyler Rowland. Tighten up.